Yeah, it's Big Dog taking over from Timmy. We had a little bit of connection loss there because Timmy took the internet away. But we're back live now. As I said before, really tough conditions out there. Dan Carr obviously didn't take him any time. I can't even see him trying to get out. He's already out the back. It's just him all by his lonesome. He's taking off now onto a very big, large wave. And that is wave of the day. Oh, yes, crunched on the exit section. But there you go. That is, that's the Central Coast's finest right there. And what a wave to start this heat. I think it's just him. I can't see anyone else out there. But, you know, if you're strong enough swimmer to get out the back, and you can really do some movements. I think I've got that wrong there. You know, I don't think that was Dan at all. I think that was our last female swimmer. Comp is, her heat's finished. But no, that's a really good wave right there. A couple of the local boys just doing the check to see if we should be continuing this competition, but I think they're going to have a meeting very soon. We've got the red flag out. That means the heat is over. Timmy's going to go get some information for us very quickly, but no one in the water as it stands. And you know what? It might not be looking good for the rest of the comp today. It might be a free surf if you want to get out there because there is no one else on the break. But yeah, big, wild, woolly conditions this morning here at Flatrock, the sunny beaches of Newcastle. One of the great spots, actually. Timmy and I were talking about some real estate recently, and you know, it's Newcastle was often seen as kind of the last place on earth you would want to live. But look at it today. Bluebird sky, offshore conditions. Some would say perfect conditions for a competition. But as you can see, the quality, myself included, of swimmers today, a bit lackluster. But saying that, there are some very qualified surfers here today that are not competing because of the challenging conditions. So we'll get that update very soon, but there is no one in the water. It might end up just being a barbecue and a bit of a lunch affair. I haven't seen Chev for a while. I don't know if he's hiding in amongst the rocks there or he's tried a little paddle out, but I cannot locate the man. Maybe he's doing some laps. Really good effort from Timmy today to provide the setup. And hopefully this is one of many to come as the Dolphin makes its way through the set out there at Flatrock. A lot of ocean life here today. I've seen a seal or two floating around as well. But no, there's no human beings in the ocean at this point. Yeah, Timmy has brought the setup big time. So we've got the Roadcaster, trusty, faithful Roadcaster, the Panasonic DV Digicam from 2004, providing you with all of the action this morning. And also your the little power bank. Timmy's purchased a power bank, and what are we down to? 23%, Timmy. Well, that's okay, you know. It's got a couple of hours in it. It's got a bit of juice. Is it going to be powering the whole day? No, probably not. But we have a backup. If the comp decides to run, we do have a backup power bank in the back of Chevy's car, just by chance. So if we need to throw the power cords over, we've got them. Now, iconic scenes here as the pump house, just out of shot. If you're viewing now, it's in the right hand of the screen. The iconic pump house, the backdrop to this wonderful competition. The 2022 Flatrock Invitational I was a part of. I could actually get out that day. Didn't go too well, but I did surf. It's got one of the best artworks for a body surfing competition I've ever seen. If you, I don't know where you can access that photo. It might be on the Newcastle Body Surfers Instagram page. I was wearing the shirt this morning. It's, if you've seen the creature from the Black Lagoon standing with fins, holding fins in front of the pump house, iconic shot. And if that's not what body surfing is all about, then I'm yet to see it. You know, we've got the red flag up still. I think there's probably discussions over there. We are a bit away from where the judging panel is, just because this is the best sort of spot to get a view of the action. But you know, I would hazard a guess that they're probably not going to continue this comp today. We've got top of 16 today. Feels like 10 degrees at the moment. Bit chilly, you know, but nice sunny conditions. We should see these sort of conditions hang around all day. Maybe the swell's dropping off. Could you run it this afternoon? Possibly, but you know, it's like people have got families. You got to get home. Hey, it's Sunday. Work tomorrow. Yep. There's a surfer going out now. I would hazard a guess that they've canned this. I would have to say they've probably canned this comp, Timmy. The battery's about to go, so we might be packing it down. Yeah, they're just having a chat now. Timmy, I'm not sure if you want to run over and get an intel, or you just we're calling it.
Oh, mate, we need to get some inside information. So I'll run over. I'll jump into the footy sheds. I'll get some inside information from the organisers. See what we're doing. It's a shame because we're so close to Heat 5, and if we could get to Heat 5, we could technically award a winner. We could give out some prizes because everyone's had a surf.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I guess some people technically haven't had a surf. But, yeah, it looks like they're going to be making a very hard decision soon. So I'll head over while you continue to call whatever is happening out there. And then if it is wrapping up, we'll wrap up the day here. If not, we'll get a power bank and we'll go for round 2.
Yeah, I'm just panning back the camera now, so you might be able to get a good view of sort of where we're sitting. You can see the pump house down there in the right-hand corner of your screen. Just behind the pump house, that's kind of where the action sort of is. I know the camera today has mostly been on the left-hand side of the screen. But yeah, you can see the formation of those waves now, where everyone kind of wants to be sitting. For those international viewers, you know, it's this is an iconic surf spot here in Newcastle, and yeah, just wonderful scenes. You know, I could probably pan around and just show everyone what sort of this is what living in Australia is. You know, you've got your ocean bars there. You know, we're in the middle of winter. We're smack bang in the middle of winter today. We've got a bluebird sky. It's a bit chilly, but sunny enough, nice and warm and toasty if you got your jumper on. But yeah, that's it. This is the iconic Flatrock Body Surfing Invitational, held at the Ocean Baths just between Newcastle and Nobby's Beach. And yeah, there's a bit of action out there. Surfers eyeing it off there. Might just zoom in a little bit more. Even if you're just hanging around just to see some of the swell, you know, this is what we're working with today. You know, it's pretty slabby. You know, you find a lot of surf breaks in other parts of the country where it's not as kind of heavy. This is heavy water. This is heavy water surfing. Now, Timmy's returned with a bit of information.
Yeah, mate, am I on? Here we go. How's it going?
You're loud.
Hello.
Coming in hot.
Can you change that camera?
Mate? Oh, absolutely not. I've got no idea what no source detected.
Oh, no.
No, we're okay. Webcam,
we're on? Oh, here we are.
Here we are.
All right, it's T Rankin, the big dog here, Tim Renkma and Owie, co-host of the Body Surf podcast, and I've just been informed that it is all over. That is all she wrote.
She's off.
The next heat was going to be Dan Carr versus Dan Carr versus Dan Carr, and they thought, you know, he's probably going to smash himself, so let's just call it a day.
If it was me versus me, I would have lost.
I'm not sure what the rest of the days look like. I think we're going to have a bit of a party. I think we're going to have a bit of a cook-up. We're going to have a bit of food, a bit of a drink. But yeah, it's all over. So we didn't even get through the first round of heats. Now, I don't know what that's going to mean. Are we going to be able to have a look at some scores? Maybe. We'll bring that information to you maybe next week when we do a podcast back at the home studio. But for now, that is it. That is the end of the Flatrock Invitational for 2024. And it's sad.
Yeah.
Because I would have liked to seen you get back out there.
Yeah, listen, I don't feel as embarrassed now. They've called the comp.
Yeah.
But as you can tell, like the conditions today, they're just, it's just challenging.
I want to give a big shout out to Captain Cookman, like, you know, going out there, doing his Bondi lifeguard thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then jumping in the water to compete straight afterwards. What a legend. I've been calling it from afar, from my armchair, sitting pretty high and mighty, but it is pretty full on out there. It is pretty dangerous. So I think the organisers have made the right decision.
There's a couple of boys heading out for a free surf, so we might leave this rolling if you just want to enjoy a bit of free surf activity, because these are the local guys that surf it sort of every day.
I mean, the Paris Olympics are coming up, and they're sending a team to Tahiti to commentate. So maybe we could get a call up. Let's start calling some stand up surfing. I mean, I've played enough Kelly Slater Pro Surfer on the PlayStation 2 to know what a floater is. So let's see if these guys. I think he's backing out. He's not today, mate.
No, but there's a couple of body surfers down here that are going to go out for a free surf. And
okay.
It'll be really worth watching. So we might get that. We might dial the camera in. We'll see what they can do.
Well, we got to find Dan Carr, because not only is he a lifesaver out in the water, he's going to be a lifesaver here, because we're down to 22% battery. But that might last us a while, actually.
Yeah, that'll go okay.
So let's just keep talking shit until we run out of power.
Well, Timmy, I was going to say it's always overhead when you're swimming upstream.
Mate.
But I might say...
That's over a 2-story building today. And I mean, the saying is it's always overhead when you're body surfing is synonymous, I guess, with the comps we've been in the past, because sometimes we're swimming in lakes and rivers. Yeah. But
Not today.
What were you seeing? That was 6, 7, 8 foot.
Yeah, definitely some of the larger ones are in that 7, 8 foot range. It's a solid 6. It is a solid 6, but it's pretty relentless. The swell period is quite low, so there's no real big lulls in between the walls of water. And because there's just so much water funneling you into the sort of danger zone, there's nowhere to make mistakes. If you're going too far wide, then it's really you're not in a great spot. So these boys, the local boys here, are going to rock off the back. And it should be pretty interesting to me. You know, it's these guys know what they're doing, and hopefully they can just have a real fun time. We can have a bit of a barbecue and a catch up with, just some guys we haven't seen for a while.
So can I just confirm that Jay Rossetti, Dan Carr, Nathan Gallagher, Tom Davis, Jack Vitneil, Jacob Black, and Gary Johnson did not body surf today? Because I thought Dan Carr got in for a little while. He was in Heat 4. Did Heat 4 take place?
Heat 4 did not take place.
So Dan was just in there as a lifeguard.
He went in to go in for the comp, but he had to do a rescue and do a swim around.
So without Heat 4 and Heat 5, I'm guessing we can't really technically award a winner. We can't give any awards. I mean, I'd be giving an award to Captain Kookman for saving the day. And there's probably a few other mentionable notices. There was a huge wave. What was that, about 5 minutes ago? Unfortunately, you had the camera on yourself.
Yeah.
While that wave
went,
someone caught the wave of the day and we missed it. That was that. So I mean, I wonder if they'll give a few awards out for things like that.
Yeah, there was one wave caught all day, and the camera was on me.
Is there an award for catching no waves?
Oh, look, Dan is still out there. He's gonna.
Is he just free riding?
I don't know what he's doing. It could be a free surf. Yeah, they're going to go out. They are going to go out.
To tell you the truth, I got my intel from the Barrel Pig. He was pretty certain, and it sounded very official, that they were calling it. But, I mean, if people still want to have a swim, they're welcome to do so.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I think the big thank you today has got to go to Ryan Fitzgerald, the organiser of the event.
Fitzy,
yeah, does the great graphic art for the T-shirts and just puts on a real good show, you know. So, yeah, Fitzy, thank you so much.
And also his co-host, Whipper, top bloke as well.
Oh, Timmy.
Yes.
Fitz and Whip.
With Kate Ritchie. Hey, I got a story about Kate Ritchie.
Yeah?
Went to Bali recently, as you know. You dialed into Legion while I was having a mocktail by the pool. But we got access to the business lounge, sitting right next to Kate Ritchie.
Really?
Yeah, and it was hard to not go up and say, hey, I'm a big fan, because I was a big fan of the Drive show, and she's now on the Breakfast show in Sydney.
So she might think that you're talking about the Breakfast show.
Yeah. I didn't want to sort of...
Hey, look, that's Andrew Denton.
Wait, is it really?
It really is.
Andrew, big fan.
Big, huge fan.
He should be doing this. He's a much more qualified broadcaster. And his wife, Jennifer Burns, as well, a very good broadcaster. Yeah. So that's it. Please come over.
Please, back.
We need enough rope.
Oh.
I wonder what he thinks of us.
He had the worst look on his face. It's like, who are these?
I mean, we're not the ABC, but we've got a budget. Like, geez, we're not that far off, are we?
Oh, dear.
Mate, we're big. Like
brushes with lame.
I was just talking about the history of Newcastle radio and the greats that have come through 2HD and ABC radio here, and And then Andrew Denton, a great of national radio, Triple M. With who was he on with? Amanda Keller.
Amanda Keller.
Oh my goodness, starstruck.
Yeah, that's right. What was that called? What was that show called, Jimmy?
It's not the shebang. It was.
No, I've got the mug at home.
You got a lot of Triple M merch.
Yeah.
Because Triple M rocks Newcastle and it rocks the Shire and it rocks Sydney.
Mm.
What was that show called?
Club Veg. No,
Was
it wasn't
really?
Club Veg, was it?
They went to a different network, I think, a few times. But man, he's living the dream now. I think he's just producing a few shows here and there. But oh my gosh, one of the best interviewers of Australian broadcasting.
What do you do in that situation? Like, did we handle that okay?
No, I think we needed to get him on. We missed that. I was too busy talking about Kate Ritchie. Who gives a fuck about Kate Ritchie? Andrew Denton's here. One of the best broadcasters of all time, and we missed our opportunity. Oh man, that's embarrassing.
Oh, that's one of our best, Tim.
Almost as good as when we tried to get Shane Fleno.
Fleno, mate, you getting fired tomorrow?
We went for a surf, and Shane Flanagan was about to be stood down as coach of the Cronulla Sharks. This must have been 2014?
Yeah.
It was before the grand final. He came back to win the grand final.
Yeah, it would have been 14 because it was the peptide.
And we were literally having a body surf, and then we were filming some content. We were filming some vox pops out in the water, and then Shane Flanagan, head coach of the Cronulla Sharks, walks out with a surfboard and go, mate, can we have a chat? He goes, oh, not today. We did not know what was about to happen, but he did get let go that day. And that's probably why he was having a surf, to sort of de-stress a little bit.
Ease the mind.
Yeah. But he's back, and he's coaching St George Illawarra.
Doing them good, mate. They had a win against the baby Broncos last night.
I mean, Origin time is very hard to buy a vowel. I cannot tip at all at the moment.
Timmy, I will say about our tipping comp, I'm 1 point in the lead.
It's very tight between you, my dad, and myself. And I mean, I tipped Cronulla, and wasn't that an easy one? The West Tigers in big trouble. But
I think I tipped the Tigers. Because we are shocking.
The Tigers are due. The Generals are due, mate. The Tigers are spinning it like the Sharks were spinning it on their fingers.
I'm just a big fan of Benji.
Yeah, mate, but what do you think about him going to Fiji?
Was
it for a wedding? Was it for a funeral? Was it for a holiday? I don't understand. Like, I haven't taken a holiday in 20 years because I can't leave the office. If you're a footy coach during the season, I don't know, you're expected to be there, aren't you? But you also do have a life, and things come up. So, I don't know. I mean, Benji was one of the greatest players of all time, and I think
all time.
Yeah,
of all time.
Of all time. Like, have you ever seen anyone with a step that good?
Absolutely not.
And he was only a small bloke as well.
Listen, I don't know how the three listeners that are listening. I don't know how avid you are on your football knowledge and trivia.
Well, we're not going into Melbourne.
No,
so we're fine.
No. The Dragon, and I really despise the Dragons, but they had a good run. In
the 1900s.
Yeah, no. They had a good run when Benji was there at the club. I think it must have been 2013, 2014. Could have been a little later. Anyway, he had it on a string that season. And they played a semi-final. I can't remember what year it was. And whoever they versed, he got targeted and was injured in this feral tackle. The worst tackle I've ever seen in my entire life. They were going to win that game, and I would have hazarded a guess they probably would have made it to the grand final if he was there. Just saying. Just putting it out there. So if you want to go and research that, I'm more like, I can't give you the exact dates, but go and watch that game because Benji's one of the best.
Oh, yes. And I mean, I've got a soft spot for the Balmain Tigers. My grandfather was a Magpies fan, and I was born in Liverpool Hospital, so I'm a Westie boy. But up Cronulla, and what a game! What a game! That was insane the other night. But geez, these Origin rounds are a bit all over the place. Game 3, Owie, what's your prediction?
I reckon we're going to have a shocker, because we always do when we go up there. We could be $1.10 favourites and we'd still lose that. I'm just panning over to the boys trying to rock off, and you can see the sort of situation we're in. If you want to try and get out the back and not try and swim through the keyhole, on the right-hand side of the screen, you've got Dan Carr still in his comp gear. I don't know that he knows that the comp is not on, but someone relay the message.
But we'll count these waves. We'll score them.
Yeah. They've been watching for about a good 15 minutes, but he's really eager to get in, Dan. And I'm sure if he doesn't get in, I'm going to hear about it the whole car ride home, because he gave me a lift.
All right.
So...
Have you had a chance to listen to the podcast with Owen Hancock?
I listened a little bit this last night when you first dropped it. I haven't heard the whole thing.
You might have to give it a listen on the way home, because it is a great chat. And, I mean, Owen got in there this morning and had a surf, but, I mean, we spoke a lot about the comp, but we also spoke a lot about his shaping and his passions for pipos and also design. He's an artist. He's a sign writer by trade, so he's been able to make these boards that are just beautiful. They're stunning. Very, very nice guy. Seems like he really loves getting into water. Seems like he doesn't really care much for body surfing. He'll just jump in and do whatever he wants. But, I mean, that's what the sport's about, isn't it? Just jumping in with a mat, jumping in with a pipo, jumping in with a handboard, a hand plane, jumping in with nothing. And, he really is quite passionate about getting in the water. And out of all of the surfers today, because he was up there early in the heats, he probably had one of the better surfs, the more consistent surfs. But, geez, it was still rough early on in the day.
Oh, big time. And just watching the guys now try and rock off, they've attempted once again and returned. Just gives you an insight on how difficult the conditions are today to try and make it in. The swell hasn't really come down in any stretch of size. It's still quite large. And, it's clean. There's someone surfing out there now, Timmy, so I might pan back across. And
you love getting on the camera.
Oh, yeah, mate. This has been my dream for a long time. I know we've been podcasting, but it's really, if we go back to the early days, Timmy, it was all about Macaroni Man.
Well, I've been uploading a bit of content, mate. For too long, I've been too embarrassed to put up gear.
Yep.
But everyone's doing it, and there's some really shit content out there. And I don't know, you've known me for a while, Owie. I can make some good gear.
Oh, mate, you're the first viral video. People don't recognise that, but you were. People go, oh, yeah, Charlie bit my finger. No, none of that shit. It was Timmy Ranke hitting the Macca's toy into the whirlpool.
Eating a sandwich. A lot of people go, what's on that sandwich? And a lot of people were calling me a little twink because I was about 16 years old and weighed about 35 kilos. And I was getting some very, very full-on unsolicited messages in my MySpace account when that went viral.
Which is really interesting because it was the early days of the internet.
Oh, yes, but it was still the internet.
It was still the internet.
But yeah, now I just bought a lot more gear. I guess we've always had the gear, but I'm thinking of setting up a little, production company and starting to make some content. Someone's catching a wave here, Oigi.
Yeah, in true to form, that whole commentary of the guys trying to rock off, it was just footage of a chair. Because we do have the we've got the Rodecaster, but we don't have the Vision mixer. It's a manual adjustment on the MacBook Pro, Timmy.
Well, in a few months' time, mate, we're going to Urban Surf, and that's going to be pretty full on. I'm swimming in it, and you're not.
Yeah, no, I didn't get the call up.
Are you going to come and commentate?
It's on my birthday.
What?
Yeah, it is my birthday.
Are you going to come?
Yeah.
Because it's a big party.
Yeah,
We could turn it into the OE birthday. How old are you turning?
34 this year.
Oh, it's the big one.
Yeah, it is the big one. Doesn't get any bigger than 34.
What would you like for your
knocking
birthday?
on heaven's door? You're 34.
34 today. You got the keys to the door. What would you like for your birthday? Something body surfing related.
I'd love to surf in the comp, but April was like, nah, you're not doing that. We'll go out for some shit dinner.
Yeah, you like steak tartare? mate, I tried to give my spot to D. Kelly, and he wouldn't take it. He's too nice. So he's going to be your co-commentator.
Yeah, right.
So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun.
And I'll try and get the vision switcher, and I'll try and get a few more cameras, and we will, the quality's still going to be shit, but we'll try and have more cameras and cover it a bit better. The hard thing is there's two sides of the pool.
Yeah.
And I'm going right, but I think I'm a lefty.
Do you have the is the Vision Mixer portable?
The Vision Mixer, well, with this, yes, but also I think they've got power there, so we might be able to just plug it in.
Because we'll bring another camera.
Yeah, if you've got it.
And you can just go bang, bang each side of the pool.
We can have 4 cameras, mate. I mean, it's going to be analog.
This is, yeah.
But Andrew Denton won't mind. He started on analog.
He introduced the analog. Oh dear! Now there's we got 2 surfers out here now.
Have we got eyes on them?
Yeah, we do now. Actually, it's really hard to see here. We might need to get our little marquee or something. Yeah, I know. We should have been here 1946, Jimmy.
Yeah, mate. I wasn't even a glimpse in my father's eye.
We got the... Yeah. Original.
Oh, the OG.
The OG. What's your name, brother? Lord
Ted. How much did you buy? Lord Teddy played for St. George. Greatest footballer of all time, Lord Teddy. How much did you buy a house for when you moved here? Oh, you're renting? Yeah, nice.
I used to live where they got the carry-out written across the front of it.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we're from Sydney, so this is Oh yeah, the big old city. Nah, we love it here. This is beautiful. What was that? Sorry. The Newcastle Pirates, a swimming club. Oh, yeah. Do you swim in the pools here? Oh, right. Well, what about that, Owie? Like, everywhere you go, there's these clubs.
There's a swim club.
It's amazing. Like, we've got, like, a similar thing in Cronulla. There's, what are they? The all-season body surfers, and they still get out and have a swim every weekend, and... Yeah, it's the way to do it. Social swimming clubs, because swimming by yourself is very boring, but with a few mates, it's a lot of fun. 51 years the club's been running. The Pirates, that's so good. Have you got any merch?
Yeah, he's wearing it right now, Timmy. Newcastle
I gotta
Pirates.
I gotta get a pirate shirt.
Now, why is it a winter swimming club? Winter only.
The Winter Solace. No. Yeah. Well, we just love merch, mate. We love a bit of merch. Speaking of, we've got about 50,000 Body Surf Podcast T-shirts to get rid of today, so hopefully we can sell a few of those.
Have you got any out on display, Timmy?
No, I'll go when we start having a bit of a barbecue. I'll get them out, but I think I might have to reduce the price to get rid of some. Thanks, mate, and long live the Pirates. Newcastle Pirates, how good. 51 years they've been swimming. Mate, they must love shrinkage if they're just doing it in winter.
Well, here's the thing, Timmy. There's like water everywhere. You don't have to just swim in it because it's cold. You know, like it exists in summer too. Like there's a club for this, there's a club for that. Get back to what we're talking about. Run clubs. At the moment.
Maybe in winter play chess. And then in summer have a swim, mate. No, I always go to work and they go, "Oh, what you do on the weekend?" I went for a swim. What? Yeah, in a heated pool. It was lovely. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
And also when I do swim in the surf, I'm in a wetsuit.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, my hair didn't even get wet this morning, Timmy. I wasn't in there for very long, but
Your hair didn't get all wet. You didn't duck dive? No, mate, I'll just go over these ones. 6 foot fucking pearlers. I'll just jump straight through it.
oh dear. Now we've got 3 swimmers in the water now. Looks like Dan's going to try and have a crack as well. He's got his high vis yellow kit off. There we go.
Someone's on a wave. That's a nice little barrel. Is he going to make it through? There's a big face there, and it's dumped now, but that was a nice little ride. Who was that, Owie?
I think it would be one of the local boys, you know. Yeah, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. They all look pretty much the same out there. Another wave coming in now. Nice rideable one. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Huge takeoff into the barrel, getting some green room time, and then a bit of froth to finish off that wave. They're swimming back out. They're fiends. They love it.
Yeah, I think once you're in that sort of little loop, you can just double back around.
Yeah, you just don't want to take them too far in.
Look at this thing. Timmy, look at that.
Yeah. Imagine going right on this thing. Sorry, going left on this thing. Look at that. Oh. And you're dead.
That's wild.
That was my first question when I got here. Does anyone ever go left? And they're like, nah, brother. So anyways, back to my Kate Ritchie story, sitting next to her in the business lounge. And I mean, if she wasn't doing Sydney Breakfast, if she was still doing national radio, I would have had a chat to her. Because, you know, one of my biggest heroes is Tim Blackers. And all I want to do is meet him and learn how to panel as well as he does. But they don't work together anymore.
You reckon there's bad blood?
No comment.
Yeah.
No comment.
It was all...
I just applied for a job
oh, dear.
at Nova, so I don't...
Give us a wave.
I don't want to fuck that up.
Give us a wave, Dan Chevy Car. Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's
my
bleeding
goodness.
from the foot. A martyr for his cause.
What has he done?
Mate, there's no doubting Thomas's here. That is straight through the foot. Have we got I'm a first responder. I might have to go stitch him up. Hey, we got Ryan Fitzy here, the king of the stitch up. Fitzy and Whip will stitch up, mate. All right. What are we thinking? If Dan's out, is there anyone else still out there?
Yeah, well, there's people out there. I don't know their names, Timmy. So we might pack this thing up.
Well, I'm just sort of thinking, is anyone even enjoying this broadcast?
Absolutely
This
not.
is more for us
there
than
is
anyone
some gold
else.
in here, Timmy. There's like, mate, there's the Andrew Denton chat with some of the best gear I've heard in a long time. And no one will appreciate it, but I will.
I did hear he moved to Newcastle. It's funny that he came to check it out.
I just like, I just went, I'm sorry, you're going to have to give me a little bit more information. But he's like, his face just flashed straight before my eyes.
Oh, I recognised his wife more than I recognised him, and yeah. I mean, he's...
I think we handled it well, Timmy, because like, what are we going to do? Like, hey, Hey, Mr. Denton.
Come and talk about euthanasia.
Yeah. What's he going to talk about? Body surfing? Like, he doesn't know what's going on.
He's
I think we're more qualified than Andrew Denton.
Gold Logie nominated. And what about that? He hosted the Logies, the best host the Logies has ever had. He hasn't won
And he
a
can't
Logie.
get one.
But Tom Gleeson can get one. and it was a piss take. What was the radio show? So he did Enough Rope. That was the big radio show.
Wasn't it? It was just Andrew, Amanda, and
he was a writer for Doug Mulray on Triple M, who was
Yeah.
one of the greats and a late
Rest in
night talk
peace.
show host. Yeah, R.I.P. And then worked on Triple M. House from Hell. Well, that was a reality TV program. Did some theatre sports. He was an improv guy. There's nothing about the radio stuff besides working. He produced a lot of the Chasers.
I thought it was Andrew Denton, Mikey Robbins, and Amanda Keller, but I don't know whether it had a name apart from Club Veg.
Yeah. No, he had a more traditional radio show, I thought. Mikey Robbins. I can't imagine him working with Mikey Robbins.
Was it Mikey Robbins? I thought it was.
But yeah, Mikey Robbins was on Club Veg, the old Smooth FM. Ah, man. We should know. This is our life, Owie. This is all we care about.
There's been a lot of water under the bridge since Club Veg.
So yeah, he had the podcast Better Off Dead, which was all about euthanasia. That was quite big and popular. That was pretty recent. He did that gag when he sat on James Packer's lap and pretended he was a puppet and drank the water. That was great at the Logies. One of the best Logie hosts. I can't find what radio show. Just legendary Triple M radio host. Maybe if I do Andrew Denton and Amanda Keller. I think the show was called House from Hell.
Doesn't ring a bell.
No. Created by Andrew Denton, presented by Amanda Keller. No, that's a reality TV show. Can someone call in? Can Andrew Denton just tell us? He was here a minute ago.
All three listeners are screaming at their screen right now, Timmy.
The worst thing is Damon Zanis, who listens to the podcast, who's not a body surfer, would know the answer.
All right, Timmy, I'm going to... I need to get out of this wetsuit. I'm getting a bit cold. But I think that might be the end of our stream today.
Well, that is it. That is the end of the broadcast for the Flatrock Invitational body surf competition here in Newcastle. It's been a quick one. It's been a short one. It's been called early, but it's been a lot of fun. And I think it's only just starting to begin. So let's go enjoy ourselves. Let's go socialise. Let's have a few drinks, have a few sausage sangers, and enjoy the rest of the day. But we'll probably catch up soon to sort of recap everything and get ready for the rest of the Body Surf calendar, because there's so much more coming up in the next few months.
Yeah, a lot of live streams, Timmy. That's it's a good run today. We've done well. You've done well. You've got a great setup here, and yeah, we can get it done at the War Invitational. I don't know what they're running it with. What are they calling it?
Yeah, I think it's got a special name.
Yeah,
It's a like a 10-year birthday.
Mm.
War 10-year birthday party at Urban Surf Homebush. So we'll be covering that, but we'll be doing some other shows and getting some guests and doing all the same old stuff. And if anybody knows the name of Andrew Denton's radio show, please let us know. Get in touch with us. But for now, we got to get out of here. Do it all again real soon. But remember,
it's always overhead when you're body surfing.
Bye.